If you're thinking about moving to the state of Utah, you're probably wondering what the weather looks like, especially the winter weather. On this video, I'm telling you all about last year's record-breaking snowfall and what meteorologists are saying that we can expect this year. So let's jump into it. So this last year, the year for winter of 2022 to 2023, we had 80 inches of snow, which is the first time we hit this much snow in the last 27 years. So there's a couple articles that I ran into, and I kind of want to tell you all about it and what we can expect this year. But my personal experience on this last winter weather, it was that things got crazy, right? So we had several snow days where kids didn't have school just because there was so much snow in different areas throughout the valley. And then if you did go out, if you had to go to work at those mornings where we had 12 inches, 14 inches of snow, it was very hard to commute, right? There was some long commutes just because of all the traffic. The snow plows weren't able to stay on top of cleaning up all the snow. So the cities struggled with that, right? Because the cities are going to prioritize the main. We're going to take a quick break right now. If you're new here, my name is Marvin Alvarado, the Sneakerhead Realtor here in Salt Lake City, Utah. And I get calls and messages from people just like you every single day looking to make their move here to the state of Utah. And I love hearing from you guys. So if you're thinking about making a move here in the next 3 days, 3 months, or even a year from now, feel free to reach out to me. You can call me, text me, email me. You can also book a call with me down below. I look forward to hearing from you, and I look forward to helping you make your move to Utah as smooth as possible. Now let's continue with the video. Roads to try to clean those up and get those snow plowed and put salt down. So the neighborhood streets, those are the ones that are typically going to be last, right? So if you don't have a vehicle that's four-wheel drive, you don't have a vehicle that is very good in the snow, or is low to the ground, you're going to potentially struggle to get out of your neighborhood with those days that you have 10, 14 inches of snow, especially getting out of your driveway. Another struggle is that in those days that you're getting snow just throughout the day and night, you have to plow in the morning, or you have to use your shovel in the morning. Do it at night as well, before you go to bed, or just do it throughout the day. Even if you put salt down on your driveway and your sidewalk, a lot of the time it's not going to be enough to melt the snow, right? And my recommendation, if you're moving from a place that you've never had snow and it's your first time living in an area with snow, is going to be if you have to shovel your driveway, if you don't live in an area where your HOA does it for you, make sure you do it at night if we're expecting a snowstorm. Get that cleared out as much as you can, and then do it again in the morning, right? It's going to make things a lot easier. It's a lot easier to shovel or snow blow 4 inches of snow or 6 inches of snow than it is 10 inches of snow. So that's my recommendation. Second, if you're not used to driving in snow, it's going to be something that you're going to have to get used to, right? Make sure you're not, leaving. If you have somewhere to go, you're not leaving late. Give yourself plenty of time during a snowstorm or after a snowstorm, just because the roads, it can take either the full day to get cleared up, or even a couple days to get cleared up, depending on how much snow there is. So there's things to keep in mind, is that the snow does impact your commute and even getting out of your house significantly. So make sure you keep those things top of mind. But let's jump into here this article that I ran into. So Salt Lake snowfall exceeds 80 inches for the first time in 27 years. So as you can see here, one of the things that they talk about is that for the month of April, it reached we have 14.5 inches of snow for the month of April, which is pretty rare. This snow, we had never seen this much snow since April of 1984. And then one of the things that's also interesting to look at is that, well, 80 inches of snow is not historically record breaking. It does it does rank up there, right? So as you can see, the highest snowfall that we've had in the state of Utah was from 1951 to 1952 with 117 inches. And then we really haven't had that much snow in a while, right? It looks like the last time we had that much snow, or even more than that snow, was back in 1992 to 1993 with 98, almost 99 inches of snow. which, I mean, that's a significant amount, right? And this last year, we saw the results of that. You know, there was houses that were flooding, neighborhoods that were flooding come springtime because of all the snow that was melting. Even during the winter, right? Like, depending on houses, you know, are set up, they were seeing some flooding into their basements because of all that snow. You know, when, you know, 14, 15, even 20 inches, you know, have piled up on the side of your house, and that, you know, all melts on a warm day, that's going to have a significant impact on your house, right? So that's one of the things that's interesting to see. But what can we expect this coming winter, right? I don't think we can 100% you know, guess or estimate what's going to happen, but we'll have to see, I guess, if this information is accurate. So what we're seeing here, a meteorologist here from KSL News is basically saying that there's a lot of buzz about the El Nino weather pattern, about what's going to happen, but they also talk about the Farmer's Almanac, right? Where it's saying that, you know, the last year's predictions were off. So doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, they're going to be off again this year, or that they're even going to be accurate, right? But based off what this is saying, essentially what the meteorologists are saying that we can expect here for this year is that you know, we can expect an average to a little bit above average winter, right? So what does that mean, though, right? You know, typically we're gonna have several snow days. There may be days where we get, you know, 8 to 10 inches of snow, but, you know, an average snow winter, it doesn't necessarily mean that you know, you're gonna get consistent days of, you know, 10 to 12 inches of snow, but we're still gonna get snow, and it's gonna impact your commute, it's gonna impact your day, it's gonna impact you shoveling or snow blowing. You know, these are all things that are going to happen with even average snowfall winter, right? Now, this may be a good thing or a bad thing depending on how you see it. I mean, if you're a skier or snowboarder, then you're going to love having all the snow. Up on the ski resorts, you know, they do get a lot more snow than we do here in the Salt Lake Valley, or even if you're up in like the east side of the mountains or Draper area, you're probably going to see a little bit more snow. You know, I used to live up on the west side of West Jordan a couple years back, and we would get, you know, at least a foot of snow more, it seemed like, every time that it snowed, just because we were up higher on the mountainside. But these are, you know, some things to keep in mind, right? Snow it's not necessarily a bad thing. You know, it's something that you can take advantage of with the family, from being able to ski, snowboard, being able to go out and you know, take the sled out, all sorts of different activities that you can do. Obviously, it's really beautiful outside when it snows, but then it also comes with that cold weather, right? But I guess, you know, from what we can see here, we were expecting a pretty average to above average winter, so nothing crazy, hopefully nothing crazy like we did last year. But at the end of the day, you need to know what to expect here if you're planning your move here to the Salt Lake City area or Utah in general. But if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. All of my contact information is below. You can call me, text me, email me, do whatever you need to do to get a hold of me. I look forward to hearing from you, and don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.